everyone. I'm Miss Shannon Paul, a comedian, speaker, autism advocate, and busy parent based here in the Twin Cities. And tonight, I am your host for this virtual fundraiser. Now, during tonight's program, we are going to take a break and play because this is the Minnesota Children's Museum, after all. So, you are going to need a few supplies for this activity. First, you need uncooked spaghetti noodles. P.S. I don't recommend you use angel hair pasta. You need a little more structural integrity. And marshmallows. Now you can use any size or flavor of marshmallows you want or can find, or anything that's marshmallow-like in nature. Because I promise you, you are going to have a blast and a lot of fun doing this. And don't worry, you have plenty of time before the program starts to look through your kitchen cupboards for noodles and marshmallows. Yeah, I love to play. This is going to be so much fun. So go check your cupboards, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. everyone, I'm Miss Shannon Paul, a comedian, speaker, autism advocate, and busy parent based here in the Twin Cities. And tonight, I am your host for this virtual fundraiser. Now, during tonight's program, we are going to take a break and play because this is the Minnesota Children's Museum after all. So, you are going to need a few supplies for this activity. First, you need uncooked spaghetti noodles. P.S. I don't recommend you use angel hair pasta. You need a little more structural integrity. And marshmallows. Now you can use any size or flavor of marshmallows you want or can find, or anything that's marshmallow-like in nature. Because I promise you, you are going to have a blast and a lot of fun doing this. And don't worry, you have plenty of time before the program starts to look through your kitchen cupboards for noodles and marshmallows. Yeah, I love to play. This is going to be so much fun. So go check your cupboards, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. And hello and welcome to the Minnesota Children's Museum's virtual fundraiser. My name is Miss Shannon and I'm a comedian, speaker, and autism advocate based here in the Twin Cities, and I am honored to be here hosting tonight. And a huge thank you to tonight's event co-chairs, Kevin Ballin and Catherine Tanucci. And we appreciate you and the entire event committee. Now, wasn't that a fun video? I hope you enjoyed it, because we do wish that you were here with us at the museum tonight, but since we're not all together yet, we decided on the next best thing. Now, that video gave you a glimpse of the museum through a child's view, so you could see our mission in action. I have been a big fan of the Children's Museum personally for many, many years. Anyone who knows me knows that I have a kiddo now who is 13, but for many years when he was little, I called him the toddler tornado. Yeah, but then like a Pokemon, I had to evolve him. So now he is Cyclone Kid, but Cyclone Kid and I had many, many wonderful, wonderful adventures here at Minnesota Children's Museum. So we are so excited that you are here with us virtually tonight, because tonight is so important. The money raised will help Minnesota Children's Museum during a critical time of need. Now, this year has been so incredibly hard. And as we start to see a light at the end of this long tunnel, we need to ensure that important places like the Minnesota Children's Museum remain here for our community. So this is why we need you. Also, we are here celebrating tonight, because that's right, Minnesota Children's Museum turns 40 this year. That is absolutely amazing. I mean, I look back fondly on 40. I'm sure many of you do as well. But personally, I am also honored to introduce you to Minnesota Children's Museum's president, Diane Kreisen, who will share a little more about this milestone year.
Hello and welcome. I am so grateful you are joining us for this important event. This year is particularly special as we celebrate the museum's 40th anniversary. For 40 years, we have been sparking children's learning through play. Many of you played with us when you were kids and have since made memories at the museum with your own children. You've seen us transform from modest beginnings to the bigger, better, bolder museum we have today. We've grown so much since our first home in a renovated warehouse in Minneapolis, to the space in Bandana Square, to the current expanded museum in downtown St. Paul. This 40th milestone comes at a critical time. The global pandemic and a much-needed reckoning with racism have challenged us all, and we have had to adapt. The ability to be resilient, to adapt in the face of adversity, is something that needs to be learned. It is not innate. It needs to be developed, nurtured, and strengthened. Children have been challenged over the last year in ways we could never have anticipated. Helping children build their resilience will help them thrive even through challenging times. Play helps children learn and grow and weather through storms. Play is an extraordinary tool for relieving stress, building self-confidence, and developing adaptation skills like creative problem solving. These things benefit us as grown-ups too. Through the storm of the past year, Minnesota Children's Museum has remained committed to serving our community. Our resilience has been tested, and we have adapted. We reopened our doors with many modifications to keep visitors safe. We have extended our mission virtually, providing parenting support and encouraging play beyond our walls for the health of families in our community. And we redoubled our commitment to stand against racism and work toward racial equity. We are dedicated to creating a museum where a wide diversity of families can gather and play together. A place that is inclusive, accessible, and welcoming to all. A place to make connections across cultures. A place that helps parents raise the next generation who will lead us to a more just and equitable world. To fully achieve this vision and maximize our mission, we must acknowledge that the pandemic has been a devastating financial challenge for Minnesota Children's Museum. We are a nonprofit organization that relies on ticket sales and memberships, two things that have been greatly reduced during the pandemic. Severe revenue loss had us facing an existential threat. We had to make incredibly hard, yet necessary decisions to reduce expenses, thus reducing the scope of programming. The fact remains, the financial challenges the museum faces that have constricted our mission impact cannot be overcome without help from our supporters. We need your help to make sure the museum continues to lead in supporting children's healthy development. We have proven our resilience through the last year, but we need your help. Your generosity will help us continue to help kids play and grow for the next 40 years. Thank you for being here tonight to celebrate the first 40 years with us, and for your support to ensure this community gathering place remains strong for many generations to come.
Thank you, Diane. Now, we are going to celebrate 40 amazing years tonight. And with you all, we can ensure many, many more years to come. There are so many opportunities for you to make an impact tonight. Now, you can make a gift or bid on items at any time during the event just using the buttons on the page. Now, this is important. Keep in mind that you are able to keep giving and bidding until noon tomorrow. Now, speaking of bidding, we have someone else joining us here tonight. Now, I am very excited and pleased to introduce you to Rusty Kath of Flattabo Advancement. He is our auctioneer this evening. Now, for nearly 2 decades, Rusty has worked as in-game host for several professional sports teams and organizations, including the Tampa Bay Rays, the Minnesota Wild, and the Minnesota Twins. And Flattabo Advancement has become one of the busiest virtual event strategy companies in the country and has helped thousands of nonprofit organizations raise hundreds of millions of dollars for their clients over the past decade. So if you're at home, please help me with a warm welcome to our friend Rusty Kath. Hello, Rusty. Hey, good to see you. Give you a little shout.
Right.
I've known you for years.
Yes.
And now we are both vaccinated. So do I get it? Okay, we're going to come in here a little bit. Okay, that's a little close.
I missed you.
I missed you as well. It's good to see your handsome face.
Oh, thank you very much. I missed being here as well.
Yes.
Being inside the Children's Museum. It's great to be here tonight. For us, for my family, we live a ways away. We're an hour away. But we are members because the kids love it that much. And throughout the last 12 months, every time I bring it with the kids, like, all right, when things start to get a little bit more normal, what do you want to do? I want to go to the Children's Museum. I just want to go to the Children's Museum. And we've had a chance to start doing that once again.
And I heard we were talking before everything started this evening. I know that they're a little jealous that you're here tonight and they didn't get to come.
Daddy's working. This is what Daddy does for work. Because, you know, well, this is play. I get to play with you.
Exactly.
Play is fun. Play is important, okay? You see kids develop through play. I've seen it with my own. So I'm grateful to be here tonight to help make sure that Minnesota Children's Museum is here not just for my children, but for generations to come.
Definitely. And speaking of play, now I had the opportunity to come to the museum recently, and I helped with the Noodle Tower Challenge.
Noodle Tower Challenge.
I show you. So, yes, an actual, so this is what we did. Now, this is the moment that I know a lot of people at home have been waiting for, so you can not only watch us do this, but you can participate at home with the Noodle Tower Challenge. And don't forget to post your photos. Just use the handle @MNChildMuseum on Instagram. And we can't wait to see what you post. And here's the video. Now it's time to do what the Minnesota Children's Museum does best, and that is play, right everybody? Yeah. All right. Now, all of you at home, I hope that you are ready for the Noodle Tower Challenge. But first, I want to introduce you to our Noodle Challenger teams here with us at the museum today. So I'm going to start right here with Team Titan. What's up? Coming over here. Hello to the Axtell family. Going to the back. Come with me, camera. All right, we're coming back here. Everybody give it up at home for the Hagen family. Coming right here to the Marshall family. Scooting in front of you, over here on the side. And finally, the MCM players.
Hello.
All right, now that you have met our teams, it's time for the Noodle Tower Challenge. All right, okay. Here's what we're gonna do, is that the goal of the Noodle Tower Challenge is to build the tallest freestanding structure made of only spaghetti noodles and marshmallows. But before we get to our towers, I wanna talk to somebody here who is gonna help us out and see how this can spark the power of play. So I'd like to introduce you to Michelle Blodgett. Now, you are the exhibit developer here at the the Minnesota Children's Museum, and mother of Owen, right? Hi, Owen. Thank you for letting us borrow your mom. So the task is to build this tower, but there's a catch. You only have 90 seconds to build your structure, and it needs to be freestanding for at least 10 seconds. Now that means no holding, no gluing, no using any other objects to support it up. If your dog comes by, shoo him out of the way. Then you know that you are the conqueror of the Noodle Tower Challenge. All right, reminding everyone you have 90 seconds for this, so I'm gonna ask again. Are you ready? Yeah! At home, I hope that you are ready. All right, here we go, we're gonna do this. Our clock is set for 90 seconds. Now on the count of 3, we build. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, build! Go, 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 go! So, Michelle, what's the mindset that the Noodle Challenge encourages?
Yeah, so this is all about design thinking, which is really highlights some of our powers of play here at the Minnesota Children's Museum. So in particular, creative, critical, and collaboration are all part of it. And design thinking is this idea that you come up with an idea, you have a problem, you try to solve it, so you go through a lot of different ideas, you test them out, you see what succeeds, what fails, and you just keep trying until you succeed with it. So it hits a lot of our powers of play, and it's just fun. So
absolutely, and fun is so important. Yeah. So what are some other things that we can, as parents, encourage that kind of mindset if we're at home?
Oh yeah, so today we're doing it with noodles and marshmallows, but design thinking, like what I highlighted before, like is this idea that you take a problem. So it can be anything. You can do it as a family event, you know, on Friday nights or something like that. Hey, how can we make new toys for our animals? How can we help, you know, get our toothpaste back on our toothpaste thing?
Right.
Problems that we can solve, and you use that design thinking, and you can bring out a whole bunch of different supplies. It can be recycled materials, it can be blocks. Legos are a great thing for that. Instead of just building with Legos, can you put a design challenge to it? 15 seconds. Good idea. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop building, everybody. All right, now you can hold it right now if you need to. Now we are going to go around. I do like that Team Titan is just eating the leftovers. I am with you. I wouldn't even have a structure if it was up to me. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go team by team, and then we are going to go for 10 seconds to see if it can stand on its own. So I'm not going to touch it. So let's start that timer for 10 seconds, and let's start counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done! Congratulations. Please share your photos with us. You can find us on Instagram, MN Child Museum on Instagram. And remember, after the virtual fundraiser, we encourage you to keep playing, to keep trying different things, use different materials, and make the goal different. Just change it up. So thanks to all of our awesome teams, and we'll see all of you again very soon. Bye, everybody. Cheers!
Nice.
Okay, what do you got?
That is awesome. That is.
Yeah. I don't know if it would stand up, but it looks pretty. What is yours? It looks delicious.
This is what I
absolutely.
And can I be honest with you too?
What?
I spent more than 90 seconds on it. This is what it was.
I'm enjoying it.
Here's why
I'm enjoying it.
Okay, this is why it was so great though. Okay, it was fun. Playing is fun, and playing teaches you. It's so cool to know there are important skills that are being created during play. My wife is a kindergarten teacher. Her favorite day of the year is when they have International Day of Play.
Right.
There's no lessons. We're just gonna play. And I've seen it with my own kids. The power of play to be able to learn things. I need to play a little bit longer if I'm gonna try and build a better structure. Great to see people have the joy of people together in the museum having fun there too.
Right, and that's one of the reasons that we're here tonight and why tonight is so important. Your generosity tonight ensures the museum continues to welcome all to play.
All to play, that's right. We need you to make sure this happens. Every single gift matters.
Right.
Now tonight, we have a goal of raising $325,000. 320.
Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
You just did.
I know, but you know me a long time. Look,
Yeah.
I just kind of feel like 325 is kind of low.
Kind of low?
Kind of low.
Do you have
It's
an
a good
idea?
starting point. I'm thinking 350.
350?
350. We start at 325, we get to 350.
Okay. All right. I'll listen to you. I'll follow your cue. $325,000 would be our goal.
Yes.
A stretch goal of $350,000.
I'm in.
For Minnesota Children's Museum 40th anniversary.
Yes.
Now, as you saw in the reception, we've got an incredible list of sponsors who stepped up, participate in this milestone year.
Right.
You can make a gift using the button on your screen. Keep on bidding until noon tomorrow. Remember, all of the funds that we raise are part of our 40th anniversary.
Yes, and again, this is so important right now. As you heard earlier from Diane, this past year has been devastating for the museum. Now, they adapted quickly to make sure that they were still providing the resources they could for the community, but this isn't the first time the museum has had to adapt.
No.
So let's now take a look at the museum's journey through the last 40 years.
And a couple of changes.
Play is crucial. It helps brain development and development of executive functioning skills, social skills, improve academic skills, and is actually shown to improve family bonding.
The past year has been especially hard. Families are being challenged in ways we never could have anticipated. At a challenging time for our community, we were forced to close our doors. But we haven't stopped being the community resource people need. We are here for families, encouraging play, sharing ideas, and connecting with people in new ways. And we are open again, adapting to make sure everyone stays safe and healthy. We are strong. We're resilient. The museum is there when our community needs us most. But now we need your help. COVID has left the museum in a tough financial position. Your gift will help us rebuild, will allow us to continue to be a community asset, and provide a space for children to play for the next 40 years.
Wow, everyone, what an incredible journey the museum has had. And we really need to make sure that Minnesota Children's Museum can continue to weather this storm.
You know, it said in there too how the museum's always been there for the community. Right now, we need the community to be there for us. It's why it's so important for you to help us out right now. I want you to think about what your donations could do tonight. I mean, kids need play now more than ever.
Absolutely.
You think about what kids have been through this last year. It's been a year in our lives. That's a small percentage of my life. For my son, it's been 25% of his life.
Right.
They've been affected in ways we can't imagine. So play, of course, not only is fun, it helps them develop important skills. And it also helps combat stress.
Right.
Right.
For all of us.
Yes, to create a healthier family too, right? I mean, so revenue lost from this past year, it's going to have an impact on the museum, not just this year, but for many years to come. So
Right.
it's so important for us to have gathering spaces like this survive as we continue to get back to some normalcy.
Exactly, exactly.
Now, you're thinking about, okay, what could my gift do? Maybe you're able to make a $2,000 donation tonight. If you could do that, think about it. It costs $2,000 a day just to operate and open a day within the museum walls. If you could make a $2,000 donation, you would provide a day of play
Right.
for a whole bunch of kids in the museum.
Right, and a day that's so back to what we remember
Yes,
things being like.
exactly.
Especially when you're so young.
So maybe you can contribute $1,000. $1,000 could provide 6 free memberships to give families enrolled in Head Start.
That is amazing. I remember when I grew up, and you know this about me, Rusty, I'm like, we didn't grow up with a lot of money.
We didn't either.
We
Yeah.
didn't. So being in a program where I could still have access to a wonderful place like Minnesota Children's Museum is so amazing.
would be-
So just if you have $1,000, that's an amazing place to start.
Here's where else it could go too. $1,000 could also provide free after-hours play date for Head Start families and other low-income families too. Maybe tonight you can afford $500.
Right.
Think about this. $500 could cover the cost of 40 steeply discounted admission tickets for those lower-income families.
And to let you know exactly how important that is to those families is that we both have stories of those times when we were younger, and maybe you do too, when your family said, we can't go, and we can't afford to go. And so you're making it so that doesn't happen to another family
so
just by giving that money.
$500 could also provide 50 play kits to bring playful learning into their homes.
And we've all learned how important that is. How hard has it been on all of us?
No
When we were
question.
homeschool teacher, homeschool therapist, homeschool all the things, you could use a little help.
All right, maybe you can make a $300 donation tonight. A $300 donation would cover the cost of providing a discounted field trip to a school that primarily serves families in need. It's so important as things like field trips now are becoming closer to being a reality for kids again. Now, I know a lot of generous gifts have already come in.
Right.
In fact, we're getting information about Securian. Am I getting this right? Securian
Okay.
Financial. Securian is going to match new gifts. I want to make sure I've got this right. Up to $5,000
Wow.
for any new contributors tonight.
Which is really great. I know a lot of you are going, well, I know they have these bigger donors, but listen to what Diane said at the beginning of this, where Minnesota's Children's Museum was based on our memberships and ticket sales, which we have not had. We have a lot of ground we need to make up.
This is from Securian. They said Minnesota Children's Museum has not only been a wonderful neighbor in downtown St. Paul, it's been a staple in the Twin Cities overall. Organizations like this not only provide resources for family, they also contribute to the vibrancy of the Twin Cities, which is so important now more than ever. We are grateful for our partnership and hope others will support as well.
Thank you very much, Securian. And thank you to everyone that this is the first time you decided to donate. Maybe you don't normally donate to these kind of things and you're having a chance to join us from home since we're virtual. So thank you for being part of tonight.
It's so true. Please make a gift on your screen and help make an impact.
All right.
I'm excited about this next part.
Okay.
Now, we don't get to have the regular live auction, one, I'm
Right.
I'm a quarter and a half.
You
but
are a fantastic auctioneer,
Thank you
but this
very
will
much.
give you kind of a feel. So anybody out there who's never been to like a live benefit auction, we're going to give you a little taste of what you kind of get from those.
Now, this auction has, you and I have done a number of these.
Yes.
This is some of the most unique items I have seen. And we got a few
Right.
premier items we want to highlight. Bidding is already underway on these. And again, we'll go until noon tomorrow. First one I want to highlight, a winter getaway in Lutsen. I love Lutsen. This is 3 nights in a beautiful home in Oslo. You can enjoy large lake-facing windows in this 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. Special thanks to the Tanucci family for the donations. Currently, this is at $1,750. Thanks to the Catherine Tanucci, one of the virtual fundraiser co-chairs, who helped make this night a reality.
$1,750 is quite the bargain for that right
Yes,
now. So
it
you still
is.
want to get in. I like to remind people, when you hear Lutsen, a lot of people may be like me and you've never touched a ski in your life. But Lutsen is still an amazing place for you and your family to get away to in the winter. There's all kinds of amazing trails and other things you can do. So don't worry. If you don't ski, Lutsen can still be a great place for you.
Click on it just to check it out. You are like right on top of the lake. It's a great spot.
Exactly. All right, this one I'm very excited because I may not ski, but I do enjoy food. So our next one is a 5-course tasting menu for 8 at Spoon and Stable's private dining room. Now, Spoon and Stable is owned by the wonderful and James Baird award-winning chef Gavin Casey. Now, we've both met Gavin.
Yeah.
He is a fantastic person, and he'll tell you, like our good friend Andrew Zimmer and all those people who love those kind of things, always talk up Spoon and Staple.
He's
and right
phenomenal.
now, I think the bidding is still coming in really low. So we're coming in around $5,000 right now on this one. This is definitely the kind of thing that you will wake up and go, I am so glad I bid on that.
question.
So make sure you go to our website right now.
Here's a great one for the kids. This is a good job. How about being a play tester for a new gallery here? Minnesota Children's Museum is in the process of creating a brand new gallery called Shipwreck Adventures. This gallery is going to be an immersive space for young explorers and storytellers, and it's inspired by an actual shipwreck on Lake Superior 1884. So this item includes testing of the new Shipwreck Adventures gallery before it goes public for up to 5 kids, and you're going to get a pizza party right here at the museum. You're going to get a tour of the museum's fabrication shop.
And they're actually going to take your thoughts on it. So you can say, I was part of how this whole thing was built.
Oh, awesome.
Right now we're coming in about $1,000.
Oh, man.
All right, very excited about this one because clearly the people know me very well because this is one of the first things I want to do once I'm traveling again. This is an escape to the Sonoma wine country for 4 people. So you and 3 guests have a night to do 2 nights at the beautiful Enriquez Estates Wine. Now this includes transportation to and from the airport. Airfare is not included, but it also has accommodations on the Vineyard Estate. It includes private wine tasting and a special wine family discount for other private wine tours and a tasting. Now, it also gives you a $500 Visa gift card. So thank you to committee member Beth Cummings and her husband Greg for this amazing item. So get on that one.
I believe that one's at $2,500 right now.
Okay.
Here's another cool one too. This is a private after-hours play date for you. Is this number right? For you and up to 350 of your guests
Wow.
to explore the museum after hours. And not only that, we're going to feed you to a $500 certificate to Lancer Catering.
I think this is definitely one of those things that if you want to split this up between you and your friends,
Yes.
you could definitely do that. So if you have been trying to figure out how you can make all of your neighbors like you, just chip in on the whole neighborhood.
All 349 of your neighbors.
Exactly.
Have them to chip on it. This is a bargain right now, going for just over $1,000. Get
Right.
those bids in. Have we got one too, where you get to go
All
across
right.
the border?
Yes,
right?
I like this one. It's a 3-night stay in Stockholm, Wisconsin. Now, Minnesota Monthly's top-rated VRBO. It's 12 acres overlooking Lake Pepin, and this accommodates up to 20 guests. So if you wanted to do a combined getaway with you and a couple other families, take the kids, have a chance to get away, have a great vacation right across the border, that is fantastic as well.
It's like a Hamptons-style home right
Stani,
in Wisconsin.
right,
This is another item. This is a priceless, one-of-a-kind item.
Yes.
It is a custom stuffed animal. Do we have one of these?
Okay.
This is so cool. It's not this one specifically. So you get a custom stuffed animal. Let me get it right here.
Okay.
So museums exhibit prop specialist Abby is going to turn your child's artwork or your artwork into a stuffed animal monogrammed with your child's name as well.
I
Very,
like that
very
because
cool.
especially when we have young kids, you're going, how can I make sure that these memories last?
Yeah.
So that's a great way to do it.
Very, very neat.
Now it's time for one of our most unique items. Now, you can see it behind us.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like the ones that we have here in the museum. You can get your own chair just like this. Hop in. Everybody at home is very jealous right now. Now, last year, remember, we had one of these up for auction, and it had a bidding war last year, and our board member, Gail Peterson, won it, and she's still rocking and rolling in that chair. So make sure you get on our website right now. Right now, the bidding is going for $1,500. If you bought this retail, that is still quite the deal. And remember, all of your donations and every dollar that you bid goes to support Minnesota Children's Museum.
Nice little lab workout for me.
You like
as
it?
well, too.
Core. Core.
So, folks, again, those items available to be bid on until noon tomorrow. We're getting word of a couple of large gifts coming in.
Okay.
Oh. That can't be. We just got a gift of $10,000 from Anonymous North. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you so much.
And we get a second one coming in of you're kidding me, this is just coming in now? $50,000 donation, a $50,000 gift to the Minnesota Children's Museum.
Okay, everyone who's at home right now, we appreciate every gift that we get this evening. You know, as we got all the information earlier tonight, we've had Securian come in that's willing to help all of our new donors.
Yeah.
We've had those great deals that are coming out there. But I just want to remind you, and we'll do this before Diane comes back out, that the Minnesota Children's Museum was built on members like us.
Yeah.
So if you're home and you're watching and you're like, normally I would have gone to the Children's Museum 2 or 3 times, just think about making that donation, because all of that matters. And thank you to those big donors that are helping us make up some of the grounds that we lost over the last 14 months.
Yeah, I couldn't have done the $50,000, but I think you're spot on. However many of those trips you might have made down here, see if you can't reach in your pocket and make at least that tonight.
And with that, I would like to welcome Diane back out. Diane, thank you very much for joining us again.
How about those gifts?
I know. What an amazing night. The response is fantastic.
Right, and thank you for sharing that video. And we had a chance to see the wonderful, amazing journey that Minnesota Children's Museum has had over the last 40 years. So happy 40th.
I know, 40, isn't that worth celebrating?
I agree, absolutely.
Yeah, you know, I want to give a huge shout out to our founders who started the ball rolling to create this amazing community asset, and a big thank you to all of the generosity tonight that is going to keep kids playing and growing for many years to come.
Right, so thank you to Diane, thank you to all of the staff here, and thank you to each and every one of you watching at home, because you are why we're going to be able to make this happen. Exactly. You are an important part of what we do here, and you making a gift absolutely makes a difference.
Let me give it one final plea here too, okay? Now is the time for us to come together as a community, okay? Think about the power of play. Think about how kids are learning. I see my own kids learning when they are playing here. You can make a huge difference in kids' lives, maybe kids who wouldn't be able to afford to come here. You have until noon tomorrow, so please, if you are so able to, please donate and keep bidding on those items. Every bid you make helps us make more money. Somebody's driving home right now. I hear a motorcycle outside ready to go donate right now. You can do the same as well, okay?
Definitely, definitely. So thank you, Rusty. Now, let's end tonight's event with a celebration. So I've got one of these for you.
Okay.
Oh, you got, okay.
All right.
I got one too.
Yeah, all right.
No, don't start without me.
No.
Here we go.
This
all right,
is a
I'm going to
confetti
count us
cannon?
through. Yes, okay, you ready?
Ready?
Give it a shake. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey! Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to keep bidding and giving. The auction closes tomorrow at noon. Thank you, everybody. Be safe, be healthy. Thank you for enjoying us tonight for the Children's Museum. Woo!
ambassador and